rally is happening right now in St. Louis, where protesters are gathering all weekend to demand justice for Michael Brown. He's the unarmed black teenager who was allegedly shot to death by a white police officer, Darren Wilson. The protesters want Officer Darren Wilson arrested. They also want the St. Louis County prosecutor off the case because they believe that he is biased, even though he's an elected official. I want to bring in St. Louis Talk radio host McGraw-Milhaven. And McGraw, thousands of protesters are expected in Ferguson and St. Louis. Considering the violent protest that occurred a day ago, is their message getting lost?
Yes, their message is getting completely and totally lost. When you burn down a Qdoba and you throw rocks in neighbors and you beat up police cars, your message of police violence is totally and completely lost. And while there are, I'd say, 200, 300 people here, this is an infinitesimal number of people here in St. Louis who are going to come down here this weekend for a Blues game, for the Cardinal playoff games, for a Rams game Monday night. These guys, their message is, they're doing a disservice to their message.
So, but what is the message then? What is it that they want to say?
Well, that's a very good question. They say don't shoot, right? But yet, a few days ago, you had a teenager shoot 3 times at a police officer. The police officer might have been killed if the gun didn't jam. They say Black Lives Matter, except when Letitia Williams, a 13-year-old high school kid, gets shot in the eye at a convenience store, they don't really care about that. And then they say they want justice for all, or no justice, no peace. They're basically saying no indictment, no peace. So they're basically saying we will riot if this police officer does not get indicted. I don't know what they want.
And I've spoken to a number of lawyers down there, and they're not convinced that the officer will actually be indicted because of the circumstances of how this all went down. Specifically, you've got, nobody's heard from Darren Wilson yet. How does that all play out? If, in fact, the grand jury says we simply can't, and it doesn't matter who the DA is, it doesn't matter who the prosecutor is, if the grand jury doesn't have enough evidence.
Look, this crowd out here has already indicted, convicted, and want Officer Wilson executed. We don't know the facts. We don't know what happened. Only a few people in St. Louis County, as part of the grand jury, know the facts. When the facts come out, let's digest the facts and let's, like civilized people, figure out the best way to go about it. Maybe it was a good shooting, maybe it was a bad shooting, we don't know. Look, in this day and age, the reason why this is all happening is because there is no leadership. We don't have a mayor, we don't have a county executive, we don't have a governor, we have no leadership out here. We have rioting, we have looting, no leadership out here. Everybody wants to be the next Al Sharpton. Nobody wants to be the next Martin Luther King Jr.
Do you think, very quickly, there's a lot of distrust of the police officers. Do you think that has been resolved in any sort of way? Have steps been made to maybe improve that, even minimally?
Well, we do know that Ferguson wrote off all of their warrants. We know the city of St. Louis wrote off all of their warrants. I think we're trying. I think the story of police violence and or police brutality is a real issue. But when you're spitting at police officers, throwing feces at them, saying racially insensitive things to African-American police officers, that's not where the conversation starts.
All right, McGraw-Milhaven, thank you so much. And clearly the protesters there have been told that if they lay a hand on any police officer, they will be charged with assault. We thank you for your time.
Debbie, anytime, thanks.